Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Luz, and all I do here is practice fluency. I use free resources online meant for ESL students. So the website I'm going to be using today is the esldiscussions.com website. I'm going to be answering 10 questions. I usually go by alphabetical order, so today I chose the letter M and the topic was meditation. So let's get straight into it. So question 1, what comes to mind when you hear the word meditation? Well, when I hear the word meditation, I think about a lot of very positive things. So first of all, I think of a person in a yoga pose, first of all. I'm also thinking about very relaxing chants. I'm also thinking about a very calm room with a person trying to do meditation. I'm thinking of slow music. I'm also thinking about like a class of people who are doing group meditation together. So a very positive experience comes to my mind. Question 2, have you tried to meditate? Yes, I try to meditate every single day. I feel like I get a lot of thoughts in my mind. I work with a lot of people every single day. So usually I feel like at the end of the day, I need an experience that will calm me, will bring me back to myself. And meditation is where I have found that practice that is able to calm me down. I also try to use guided meditation programs on YouTube, for example, and I have a few favorite channels that are my go-to. But yeah, I have tried meditation before and it's such a wonderful practice. So every day at the end of the day, I find myself just wishing for the experience, yearning for the experience to start. It's really beautiful, and I feel like I'm treating myself every time I sit down to have a meditative practice. Question 3, would you like to go to meditation classes? Well, it's not something that I've considered, given that I find that a lot of YouTube channels cater to the needs that I have usually, and they're very changing needs usually. So for now, I haven't considered taking meditation classes, but I think they would be quite wonderful because, like, can you imagine sitting down with a group of people with the same ideas, with the same goal in mind? I feel like this would be such a wonderful experience. But again, there's a bit of an inconvenience if I had to actually drive to the place. If it was a group class online, I probably wouldn't feel like I was in touch with a group or I was having a group experience. So if I was to consider meditation class, I would probably want it to be in person, like in a physical class. So probably in the future. I'm not ruling it out at all. In the future, I would definitely consider going to a meditation class with a few friends or even with strangers. Who knows? You could actually make really good friends there. So let's see what happens. Question 4, do you feel jealous of people who can find peace through meditation? Absolutely. And I've watched a lot of movies about this where this main character goes back into themselves and they kind of find clarity with what they want to do or the decision that they need to take, which ends up being the right decision. So yeah, I'm really jealous of that in a very positive way because I've heard that meditation is a practice and you can definitely improve your practice and your levels of awareness and your experience in reaching into the depths of yourself. So that's something I definitely want to do. But I have also really seen people who are able to go in and out of meditation in like 5 minutes and they can accomplish the goals that they have set for themselves. So this is really incredible. I'm not there yet, but I'm practicing every day and hopefully I can get here and I don't need to be very jealous. But as with all things, you always find there are people who are, better than you or have practiced for a longer time. So, and some of them have worked with experts in meditation or gurus or like a yoga master. I don't know. Question 5, why or how do you think meditation works? Well, I think that meditation works to strengthen our physical response to thoughts and feelings and emotions. Meditation also helps us to separate our thoughts from our feelings and our actions and to help us become the observers of thoughts, not people who are, effectively affected by thoughts that comes to our mind. So I feel like that's the practice of meditation. And for me, it has worked to help my physical body in the way that it responds to thoughts So I can just observe a thought as just a thought without feeling. And I could actually keep in my mind the outcome. And I feel like through meditation, I can help my body to cooperate with the ideas that I have. So body, mind, and soul. Question 6. Do you know anyone who meditates? Yes, I know a lot of people who meditate, friends, family, and so on. I know a lot of people who are quite advanced in their meditative practices, and they've gone to like places like India, for example, to work with specialists in meditation. I think they call them gurus or something like that. There are a lot of people who I don't know personally who are also on the same journey to improve their meditative practice. So I'm very happy to be part of a community that is so large and so enriching, and we can all benefit from this. So I'm very, very excited to be a part of this. Question 7. What benefits do you think meditation brings? Well, I have mentioned a few. It can help you become really calm, especially after a very stressful day. You can just sit with yourself in a meditative pose or listening to something meditative and very soothing. So I feel like this can calm your brain. It can actually also bring you back to yourself after giving yourself to demands of the day. I feel like meditation can really, really help you to settle down at the end of a very long day. So I think that's an added benefit of meditation that I have experienced myself. Question 8. Do you think everyone should try and meditate for 20 minutes each day? Absolutely. I would definitely recommend meditation to everybody. So for example, for me, I try to do it for 30 minutes because that's how long I feel it takes me to get to where I want to get in a state of calmness and, to think about what I want, to hold really good feelings in my mind and to just focus on the things that I want. I know some people can do it in like 5 minutes. So I feel like 20 minutes is not a big demand on the 24 hours that everybody has in the day. I feel like it is doable. But again, it all depends on priorities. A lot of people work from 8 to 12 hours a day max. So you have like 12 separate hours to sleep, eat, do whatever you want. 20 minutes is a very small percentage of that time. But again, if this 20-minute practice is not prioritized, it's impossible. It's an impossible demand to put on your day if it's not a priority. So if anyone wants to get into a 20-minute meditative practice every day, I would recommend that they prioritize that either at the end of the day or at the beginning of the day. I like to do it at the end of the day because I am just more calm. It's the end of the day. I have nothing else to look forward to that day. So I do it at the end of the day so that anybody can do it at whatever time. Question 9. Do you think Asian people are better at meditating than people from other countries? Not necessarily. The majority of Asian people that I have met have tried to separate themselves from ancient cultural practices of their ancestors. In their quest to embrace modernity, they're kind of trying to distance themselves from cultural practices that are stereotypically associated with their countries. And I feel like this is really sad. And for them, nothing has become a better thing to embrace than their own culture. And I feel like this is really sad. But I'm sure there is a very big group of Asian people that want to keep up their practices of meditation because this is a very positive practice and a lot of people from all walks of life around the world are borrowing this practice from them. This is not to say that being Asian automatically lends you to the culture of like meditating or something like that. But, these practices are from the Asian continent. So no, not all Asians are better at meditating. But I know some of the people who are very, very much advanced in meditation are from the Asian continent, and they have practices where they can lead people and guide people in the practice of meditation. And I feel like this is such a positive experience. So probably not all, but there are some amazing people who have upheld this practice and are actually sharing it with the world. So it's very amazing. It's incredible. Question 10. What do you think of people who meditate? Well, I really love people who meditate. I feel like they are people who can be very honest with themselves and they're able to realize that thoughts can sometimes be really crazy and they need to be calmed down and they need to be observed. And they don't need to interfere with ourselves and how we feel and our moods as well. So I feel like people who meditate are really cool and I want to be part of that group. And I want to be a person who is able to learn a few different things. People who meditate are people who are embracing an Eastern culture, and how amazing is that? it's like, you want to get the cheat codes in life from anywhere you can get them. So in embrace of like a different culture, we have arrived at a place where we can find peace and calmness at the end of the day. And I know a lot of people find that in other things, TV, beer, I don't know, a smoke at the end of the day, a good night's sleep. But some people have found that in meditation. So I think that these group of people, they're really cool. Cheers to all of them. All right, guys, so that's it from me. I will see you in the next one.